It was a warm summer night, and 5 friends had decided to go camping in the woods. They were all excited to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city and spend some time in nature. As they set up camp and started a fire, they shared stories and laughter. But as the night wore on, things started to feel strange. One of the friends, Jess, said she heard something moving around in the woods. They all brushed it off, thinking it was just an animal, but the feeling of unease continued to grow. As they settled down to go to sleep, they heard a rustling in the bushes nearby. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the glow of the firelight. It was a man with a wild look in his eyes and ragged clothes. He stumbled towards them, muttering incomprehensibly. The friends were all terrified, and they tried to back away from the man, but he grabbed one of them, a girl named Sarah, and pulled her towards him. They all started to scream and try to pull her back, but the man was too strong. He dragged her off into the woods, disappearing into the darkness. The remaining 4 friends were left in shock, not knowing what to do or where to turn. They decided to split up and search for Sarah, hoping that they could find her before it was too late. As they searched, they heard strange noises in the woods around them. They couldn't tell if it was the man or something else, but the feeling of danger was palpable. Hours passed, and they had still not found Sarah. They were all exhausted and scared, but they knew they had to keep searching. As they continued their search, they stumbled upon an abandoned cabin in the woods. It looked old and decrepit, but they had no other options. They cautiously entered the cabin, hoping to find some clues or information that could help them find Sarah. But what they found inside was far worse than anything they could have imagined. The cabin was filled with strange symbols and markings on the walls, and there were old books and artifacts scattered around. It was clear that whoever had lived here before was involved in some kind of dark magic. As they explored the cabin, they heard a sound from the back room. They cautiously approached the door, and when they opened it, they saw Sarah lying on the ground, unconscious. They quickly tried to revive her, and as she came to, she told them what had happened to her. The man had taken her deep into the woods, to a place where strange rituals were being performed. They were trying to summon some kind of ancient evil, and Sarah had been chosen as a sacrifice. The friends were horrified, but they knew they had to act fast. They worked together to find a way to stop the ritual and save Sarah, using the knowledge they had gained from the cabin. In the end, they were successful. They were able to stop the ritual and save Sarah, but the experience had left them all shaken and traumatized. They never spoke of what had happened in the woods again, but the memory of that night haunted them forever. They had come face to face with true evil, and they knew that they were lucky to have made it out alive.